What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to The Evolution, and welcome if it's your first time here to The Evolution. This is our reminder to grow, to change, to
keep evolving.
no matter what happens in this existence. As you can see, we got this Coldplay, Viva La Vida, and as you can see, we are on Twitch right now. We would love to have you on a Twitch stream. We just chill, listen to music, talk. We might play the game sometimes. It's a good time. Thank you for clicking this video once again. I've heard another Coldplay album. I don't know how to say the name. It's like X, the album that starts with the X, and yeah. Y'all will see if you just type in Evolving Air Coldplay. I can never pronounce it right, so I will not try. But I have not heard Viva La Vida. I love Viva La Vida, the song though. That song means a lot to me, and I can get into it after I hear it because when I hear it, it'll bring out the story. But let's get into this, man. We're gonna listen to these songs, then go into the annotations, and that's how we'll run this whole thing. This first one is Life in Technicolor. So good. Cute as shit, man. Real nice bright tones, nice ambience, nice intro, nice melodic ambient, beautiful intro to start off this album. I'm excited to hear what else is here, but so far I'm liking this. Let's read the annotation to see anything we can learn from this. Original song by while Life in Technicolor originally had lyrics. Oh, I would love to hear the version with lyrics. It ended in the album stripped of them. Okay, they just didn't put it on there. With the full version later issued as Life in Technicolor 2. Oh, it is out. Sick. Okay, I gotta check that out. Migrated instrumental annotations. The track is sampled from John Hopkins' song "Light Through the Veins." Oh, there's a sample. The very beginning reappears at the end of closing track "Death and All of His Friends," making for a bookend experience. That's sick. According to Song Facts, frontman Chris Martin told Cube magazine, "It's nice to have a singer on the first song come in and come in and ruin it." I thought he said not, but no, come in and ruin it. This is our Milkman song, the most whistleable song. We took all the lyrics off because the song was our only safety net. Fair enough. They're like, you know what? We knew it would work. It was beautiful. Why not just leave it as is? I get it. The beat was good on its own. But yeah, let's keep going. This next one is Cemeteries of London.
At night they would go walking till the breaking of the day. The morning is for sleeping. Through the dark streets they go searching to see God in their Save the night time for your weeping. You're weeping. Singing la 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 la. And the night over London lay. So we rode down to the river where Victoria goes spray. For their curses to be broken, we go underneath the arches where the witches are in the sea. There are ghost towns in the ocean, the ocean, singing la 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 la. And the night over London lay. God is in the houses, and God is in my head. And all the cemeteries of London, I see God come in my garden, but I don't know what He said. For my heart it wasn't open, not open. Singing la 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 la. And the night over London lay. Singing la 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 la. There's no light over London today.
Epic. Love that. I love that ending. I love when there's like crazy, like real nice rock moments, and then they end on like a softer tone. Because that's the type of sounds I tend to gravitate towards, it just regardless, as far as like on my own listening experiences. But that was really sick, really cool. Start to the project. I would like to know more what he was getting, what the picture he was painting was. I followed a little bit of it, but definitely need the annotations help on that. But that was cool. Like I really like the instrumentation. His voice is always nice. He's a really good singer. But yeah, let's see what's here. Cemeteries of London paints a haunting picture of spirits roaming through old London town. Okay, yeah, because I was thinking about London as he was saying it in the song, and I figured he was painting a picture, but I wasn't sure exactly. Okay, but I can see that. And then also, what I've learned with the song Viva La Vida, like I thought I understood it when I was younger, and then I listened to it again when I was older, and I didn't realize what he was talking about, which we'll get to that once that song comes up. But I said that to say sometimes they sing in code, or he sings in code, so probably especially on this album. So sometimes I might not exactly know, but it's alright. I don't need to know. We'll figure it out through the annotations and whatnot. And yeah, you can let me know anything else you know in the comments. But real cool start. Let's play this next record. This next record is Lost! Exclamation point. Nice chords.
Just because I'm losing doesn't mean I'm lost. Doesn't mean I'll stop. Doesn't mean I'm across. Just because I'm hurting doesn't
All the production of this feels like so theatric. Like exactly, it's like a time period. Like it sounds like a time, like an older time period record. It sounds like the cover art, which I think is as that's what you want. And then it's like he's singing so nice with mellow, but it puts you in this mood. But like, yeah, it's just like it's theatric. And then I feel like there's like his writing is kind of coded, but it's also like you can still kind of grasp what's going there to a certain extent. And then it just makes me more curious as to what is on a deeper level is going on. Because first listen, I don't think I could catch some of these, but on other ones, is, of course, we can just be like, oh yeah, that's what he's saying. But this one, I'm like, I don't know. This one, I might need some time, kind of like how I was with Doom lyrics. But that's where the annotation got my back. And then I know y'all will let me know stuff in the comments too that the annotation may not. So appreciate y'all. Lost is an anthemic track about perseverance. It tells how people might believe when it's lost when everything is actually thriving. Fun fact, all the versions of the track have different symbols attached to them. Lost is an acoustic version of piano, released as a Viva La Vida bonus track and as the B-side for Violet Hill single. Lost is a live version recorded at the United Center in Chicago. A recording of this performance was used for the music video. Lost Plus is a remix featuring Jay-Z. The rapper is a friend of frontman Chris Martin. Chris Martin's the lead singer. That's tight. Lost is the instrumental version of the album track. Hell yeah. Shout out to the versions too of the records. That's how it is when you're creative. Every artist will tell you sometimes you got multiple versions of records for different reasons, but that's it. Let's go to the next record. This next record is 42. There's interesting texture is going on here. I'm gonna try to figure out how to describe it as I keep listening.
Those who are dead are not dead, they're just living in my head. And since I fell for that spell, I am living there as well. Oh, time is so short, and I'm sure there must be something more. Those who are dead are not dead, they're just living in my head. Oh,
Damn. This one's deep.
and since I fell for that spell, I am living there as well. Oh,
Absolutely.
time is so short, and I'm sure there must be something
Hey.
they're just living in my head.
Woo! I didn't think he was gonna do the high note. We did it at the same time. That's really funny. Wow, that was a great one. That was excellent. That was my favorite one so far. That one, I was very moved by that. Absolutely moved by that. I liked the first couple ones I heard too, but that one was the first one where I was like, okay, now I'm in the album. That one was crazy. First thing that stands out, first thing he said, those who are dead are not dead. They're just living in my head. And since I fell for that spell, I'm living there as well. Which, to me, I don't know. We're going to read the annotation, but just guessing. Just because, why not? It seems like he's talking about people who passed away. Maybe people around him. And he's like, they're not gone because they're still living in my mind. And since they're there in my mind, I'm living in my mind as well. Since I fell for that spell, I'm living there as well. I think that's what he was saying. And then he says, time's short. I'm sure there must be something more. So he's like contemplating like how short life is, and then wondering is there more to this after thinking about people passing away. And then there's this bridge part where there's an instrumental break that goes really crazy. And then there's that bridge part where they're like, you thought you might be a ghost. You didn't get to heaven, but you made it close. I'm not sure if he's saying like they actually didn't, which I don't think he's saying. I think he's saying because he said they're in his head. He's saying you didn't make it to heaven. But hey, in my head, hey, the world in here is pretty nice. Like, that's what it seems like. But we will look at this annotation and see what's up. I like that record, though. He's singing really good. The title is the second Coldplay title referencing Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the first being Don't Panic. In the novel, the characters discover that the meaning of life, the universe, and everything is 42. Oh, yeah. People be saying that. People be saying 42. Some people say 47. You know what I say? 6, 7. Sorry. I had to make a unnecessary 6-7 joke in the big 2026. Let me look at this annotation for this bridge part though. The part that says you thought you might be a ghost, you didn't get to heaven, but you made it close. Because I want to see what they mean by that. The line could be interpreted a couple ways. The person passed away, but they haven't made it to heaven because their legacy still lives on. The person has the living memory of them, which is what I was saying. Or he has slowly lost contact with this person and is almost as if they have passed away because he hears so little from them. Oh, word. They didn't quite make it to heaven, but they become so distant, almost feel like that he hasn't noticed a difference if this person died or became a ghost. Word. I do like that things can be interpreted different ways. Very cool. Mad movie song. That's my favorite one so far, but that being said, let's go on to the next record. Just give me a second to pull the track list back up. That's real, though. This next one is Lovers in Japan / Reign of Love. Is this love that I'm feeling? Chords are so pretty. That was crazy. It's still going though, so hold on. We'll wait till it finish. That's beautiful.
Rain of love, I can't let go. To the sea of Savior, locusts wave me up. I'm just a prisoner in a rain of
Got you, twin.
locusts when I stop. How I wish it spoke to the rain of love. By the church we're waiting. Rain of love. On knees go praying. How I wish it's spoken of. All we can carry on the rain of love.
Magical, fam. First of all, I was really into it the first half. By that first half, I was like, oh, this is a really nice song. Then it just kind of melts. It goes to this like whimsical, like almost spacey, but I don't know, more like smooth than I would say spacey, but just really nice tone record. Rain of Love. Again, I would need more help to go into the depths of the lyrics, which the annotation should catch us, but just as a first reaction, I thought that was really pleasant. Lovers in Japan is the fifth and third single off Viva La Vida on the LP. This track is coupled to Rain of Love. In an interview for Entertainment Weekly in 2008, lead singer Chris Martin, when talking about the song and its title, remarked that no one associates romance with Japan. Everyone thinks Japan is just about Hitachi and neon signs, but every time, no, for real. You got to put them on game. There's way more than that. But anyways, every time we're there, we see these amazing sunrises. It's very sexy. Nah, that's dope. A slightly up-tempo version of this song, the Osaka Sun Mix, appeared on Prospect March. An acoustic version also appeared as an iTunes pre-order bonus track. That's sick. Great record. Shout out to Japan. I haven't been, but I've definitely seen it, and I will be there one day. Just make sure y'all keep watching the YouTube videos, and then maybe eventually we'll be able to drop a vlog from there. Let's go into this next record. This next record is Yes. Yes. I gotta take the headphones off to protect my ears, but I'll still be able to hear.
We had high hopes. Now my back's on the line. My back's on the ropes. When it started, we were alright, but night makes a fool of us in the daylight. Yeah, we were dying of frustration, saying, Lord, lead me not into temptation. But it's not easy when she turns you on. Since they gone, if you'd only say yes, whether your will's anybody's guess. God knows I'm trying my best, but I'm just so tired of this loneliness. So up they picked me by the big toe. I was held from the rooftop and they let go. There's early screaming, let the windows down, as I crumble to the ground. If you'd only say yes, whether your will's anybody's guess. God knows she won't let me rest, but I'm just so tired of this loneliness. I've become so tired of this loneliness.
I was gonna say I almost stopped the song, but I thought it was over. I wasn't saying anything after that though. I just realized I was muted. Basically, why I muted my mic is so that I don't get an echo effect from playing my music out loud. But what I was saying is, beautiful, beautiful record. The homie Complicated said it's very Radiohead. I was saying definitely check out the Radiohead reactions. They're very thorough. I did a pretty good job of doing what I'm doing here with the reactions and annotation. But I was just saying that song was beautiful, fam. That second half really sold me. That's exactly what I was saying when I was muted. I was saying that second half really sold me. The first half I was like, oh, really nice record, and then the second half when those vocals came in, and then you hear the prettiest chords ever. I was like, yo, they got it with this one. This one they went really insane. I really enjoy this record. Yes is the 6th track from Viva La Vida, or Death and All His Friends, the first studio album by Coldplay. It was written by all 4 band members, featuring the hidden track Chinese Sleep Chant at the end. Oh, did I skip that? I don't know. I guess we can play it a little bit, or maybe it's like hidden within there. But yeah, I was gonna say, it sounded like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he was talking to God. He brought up God a few times. I don't know if he was talking to God or talking about God to someone else. Either way, very nice song. I definitely would come back to that one. This next one is Chinese Sleep Chant. Oh, okay, it goes into the next song. Okay, word. Let's continue then. Oh, wait, what the heck? That was it? Wait. Hold on, wait. I'm confused. So, wait. Oh, okay. Okay. So, the reason why I was confused was because when I'm looking at the annotation on Genius, it says yes as one song, and then it says Chinese Sleep Chant, instead of it saying yes / Chinese sleep chant in one song. So that's why I was confused. But yes, Chinese Sleep Chant that shit was beautiful. I see what they're saying now. Thank you for telling me that, because I was like, what? I was like, Undertaker. Okay, cool. Well, the more you know. Let's go into this next record. Most of us know the song and love the song. If you never heard the song, I hope that you really enjoy the song, because the song is absolutely gorgeous. This is Viva La Vida. Not that, this one. Boy, was the label wrong.
It was the wicked and wild wind, blew down the doors to let me in, shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I'd become. Revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Oh, who would ever want to be king? was when I ruled the world.
He says goated.
Here Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Viva La Vida, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name. Never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world.
Like, are you serious, bro? That's like one of the hardest songs of all time. That song goes so hard for a million reasons. Now, yeah, that song is like one of those songs you just hear and be like, "Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous." And I do remember watching Chris Martin talk about making a song, and he said he made it, and when he made the song, it was an acoustic version, and then he played it for the band, and then the band created what the song is. But he was like, "I didn't know it was gonna be what it is. I kind of just made it." So it's so good. Like that song is so moving, and has been moving for years. Like I've literally cried playing that song before because it makes me feel a lot of things, especially when I realized what he was talking about. Because basically he's just talking about a king losing his kingdom in short, which I'm sure the annotation maybe will go more in depth about that. And I hadn't realized that when I was younger. When I was younger, I just heard it. I think I either heard it on Rock Band or it was on this game called Tap Tap Revolution. One of the two, because both of those had rock songs that I never heard. Heard the song, I was like, what is the song? Needed to add that. I figured it out, downloaded it. I've loved this song since I was a kid. This was probably like 2011 I found this song, 2010. I don't know. What year does this album drop? Let me see. Oh 08, yeah. So I found like 09, 2010. And I remember I was living with my Uncle Krupp at the time, and I played this record, and I was like, yo, what is that? And so when I was older, and actually in this room, I was like a few years back, I was like, what are they talking about in that song? And I found out, and then I played it again, and I just started crying because I was like, damn, really strong. But let's see what this annotation says. Excellent record. I've definitely watched the live footage too. I've cried to the live footage too. Not gonna lie. Revered as an essential rock song in the 2000s. That's a fact. Viva La Vida tells the story of a monarch who's lost his kingdom. In another aspect, the song is also seen as a narrative on the French Revolution, given the historical and biblical references in the lyrics. The instrumental is based around a string and piano background led by an orchestral drum beat. The title derives from the Spanish phrase "Long live life" and takes its name from Frida Kahlo's last painting before death. During a RIP. During a March 2008 interview with Rolling Stone, frontman Chris Martin explained the reason for naming the song and album in honor of Kahlo. She went through a lot of shh, of course. Then she started a big painting in her house that said "Viva La Vida." I just love the boldness of it. And actually, here's the painting. Very nice painting, actually. Really, really nice colors. The song debuted to massive success and acclaim, peaking at number 1 on the Billboard 100 and UK single chart. Coldplay received several awards for the track, including Song of the Year at the Grammy Awards in February 2009. The chorus has musical similarities to John Satriani's instrumental piece "If I Could Fly." Satriani sued Coldplay for plagiarism. Oh, like kind of like the Pharrell Blurred Line situation, where like the chords are very similar, so it's like a blurred line, no pun intended. The band Creaky Boards also accused Coldplay of taking the song's melody from their record, "The Songs I Didn't Write." However, Coldplay denied the allegations. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I think it kind of, I mean, there's only so many notes you can use. Like, there's like 12 notes or whatever, like 7 to 12, something like that. So it's like, listen, man, sometimes songs may sound similar, but I think those bands were just mad that this song was excellent, because there's no reason to be like, oh, he interpolated my song, I'm going to sue them. But I don't know. They got to deal with that on their own time. This song is a classic. Coldplay released 2 music videos for the song. Hype Williams, shout out to Hype Williams, made the official video. The video is really good. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I don't know if we can react to video, so and plus I've seen it already, but definitely watch that if you get a chance. Which premiered in '08, depicting the band against a backdrop, Eugene Delacroix's painting Liberty Leading the People. The alternate music video dropped alongside the first one, but was directed by Anson Corbin and starred Chris Martin as King. Oh, that's tight. You know, the homie said, you know, they wouldn't have sued if this wasn't a massive hit. Exactly my point. They was just mad because if nobody cared about the song, they're not gonna be like, oh, you took my song. They're just mad because this was excellence, music excellence, one of the greatest songs of the early 2000s. They just mad because they didn't make one of those. Well, maybe they did, but not as strong. But anyways, let's go into this next record. Love that record. Down. This next one's called Violent Hill. I want to sample that last part. Put drums over it. I think that'd be sick. Oh, here, let me turn the mic down so we don't get echo. Excuse me if you get a little echo before that.
Was a long and dark December. From the rooftops I remember there was snow, white snow. Clearly I remember from the windows they were watching while we froze down below. When the future's architecture by a carnival of idiots unshown, you better lie low. If you love me, won't you let me know? It was a long and dark December when the banks became cathedrals and the fall came down. Priests clutched onto Bibles, hollowed out to fade their rifles, and the cross was held aloft. Bury me in armor when I'm dead and hit the ground. My nerves are posed and unfroze. And if you love me, won't you let me know? I don't wanna be a soldier, be the captain of some sinking ship with stone far below. So if you love me, why'd you let me go? I took my love down to Violet Hill. There we sat in snow. All that time she was silent still. So if you love me, won't you let me know? If you love me, won't you let me know?
Let me know, let me know. Different song, but that reminds me of that. Really nice. I was gonna say the chorus. So if you love me, why'd you let me go? That reminds me of, if you guys know Kid Cudi. I know some of y'all do, but some may not. But if you don't, you should know. Kid Cudi has a song on Kanye's album called "Cruel Summer." Or no, not "Cruel Summer." Sorry, called "Yeezus." And I forget if it's "Guilt Trip." I think it's "Guilt Trip." And at the end of it, he says, "If you love me so much, then why'd you let me go? Whoa, whoa, let me go." And now that I'm hearing this song, this song was definitely out before that song. I'm wondering, because I know he likes alternative rock as well, which is where he pulls from. I'm wondering if that's where he got that inspiration to sing that, or maybe even subconsciously, because sometimes you just listen to songs and you don't even realize, like when you're writing, that's where you got it from, and then you realize later. But that's interesting. Either way, even if not, then that's still a really cool song. I love that outro too, where it gets a little softer, and then you hear the singing tones. That's like my favorite thing when rock bands do that. They just make it a little softer for the ending, nice singing. Yeah, that's my shit every time. Violent Hill is off of Coldplay's album Viva La Vida. It was their first attempt at a protest political song. Word. The first line, "It was a long and dark December," was actually the first line the band ever wrote, but they could never finish the rest of the song. The rest of the song came after watching Bill O'Reilly rant and Chris thinking about a musician friend who worked in a bar and struggled with his boss, leading to the lyrics about having your life run by people that you don't like. Real as hell. That's honestly the dilemma of life. Everybody trying to break the matrix and do what they want instead of listening to people that they don't like. But you know, at the same time, gotta do what you gotta do, and bills gotta get paid. So it is what it is. But nice, really nice record. Let's go on to the next one. This next one is called "Strawberry Swing." This was on the graduation on the track homecoming. Oh, that's tight. Sorry, hey, we all gonna get out the hood, fam. I believe in all the gangs. Theoretically speaking, because metaphorically speaking, because I'm not literally in there. Oh, I know this song. This song is fire. We're gonna let it play though. And the Nostalgia Ultra version is I actually heard that version first. Oh, such a beautiful song. That is my first time like thoroughly listening to the original. Uh, I was on YouTube looking up just Frank Ocean music because let's be real, we all miss Frank Ocean dropping music if you're a Frank Ocean fan. And I was like going through Nostalgia Ultra songs, and I realized there was a song called Strawberry Swing that I hadn't heard yet. So I said, "What's this joint? Let me hear this joint. If it's a Frank song and I ain't heard it yet, got to." Because most of the time, something ethereal happens when you press play on the Frank. I played it. That instrumental came on, and then I heard Frank singing "When We Were Kids, on the strawberry swing, every moment was still precious." And I said, "Dude, what? This is like the prettiest thing ever." And I let it spin all the way through. And then I said, "Yeah, I need to hear that about 10 more times." So I did play it about 10 more times. And I was like, wow, this makes me want to cry because it's not a lot of music that is moving like that. And then I said, let me go through the comments. And as I went through the comments, they said, yo, Frank actually did justice to this Coldplay song. And they may have said it in different words, but that's essentially what they're saying. And I said, hold on. This is a cover? Dang, that's crazy. I thought this was an original, but I'm not gonna lie, he still did really good. So either way, I'm still gonna like this record. Then I went to play the Coldplay one for a little bit, but I was like, I got locked into the way Frank was singing it because he's just singing it in this R&B tone, and I just really like his vocal tone. So I was like, I'm gonna just keep playing the original. So which is why I'm just now hearing this one. But this is worth the listen. And honestly, I did catch that ending part. Frank did sample on the one the cover he did, the "Without You," and then he sings a falsetto over it. It's nice to hear where that comes from. That's really sick, really great song. Even the fact that Frank wanted to cover it, it just shows how good the writing is, the melody is, and the tones, and it's so inspiring that like one of the most influential musicians was like, let me sing this on my project. So that's sick, great record. Strawberry. Oh, and another thing too that somebody said in the comments that stuck with me about this record, and then we'll read the annotation because it's not that long. Somebody in the comments was talking about their son, and this one really moved me. And he was like, my son passed away. I don't know how long ago it had been at that point, but he said my son passed away. He was really young, and he said this was his favorite song. And this is my first time listening to it. I'm reading through the comments, everybody having their thoughts, feelings, emotions about it, and then I see this comment and tears, because it's like, that's just how unfair life can be sometimes. But it was beautiful that like he had this memory, this moment of his son playing this beautiful record that moves us all. And I was like, damn, that got me. So that's another thing that I think of when I hear that song. I carry that story with me forever. Shout out to that man for sharing his story, and RIP to his son. Strawberry Swing is the penultimate track on Viva La Vida. It was almost left off the album, but Chris Martin was adamant that the track should be included. The track plays with the image of a strawberry swing, an idealistic swing, which is perfect only in the company of loved ones. Yeah, man. A lot of people talk about being successful, and then they go, "What? How fun is it to be successful if nobody's with me? How good is it to be lit but my mom's struggling? How good is it to be lit but my friends are not with me?" And so that kind of reminds me of that in a different way, and not even saying about success, just like this place has no meaning without you, and that just shows how strong like human connection is. It's like this is all meaningless without each other, so that's why we gotta love and appreciate each other. Yeah. The homie said this track is beautiful, super relaxing, right? And homie said, wow, bro, no, right? Crazy. But let's go on to this next one. Not to make it real, but life's real. So as much as we listen to music and talk about it, judge it, critique it, or review it, or whatever, react to it, we also got to talk about the realities of life within the music, that the things that inspire the music or are inspired by the music, or that are just hard realities. And yeah, not to bring the tone down, but yeah, thanks for listening to my TED talk about the realities of life. Let's go on to the next record. This next record is Death and All of His Friends. Oh God. Oh, here, let me mute it so we don't get echo.
Away over on the rooftops, let's get married. All summer we just hurried. So come over, just be patient and don't
This one's soothing.
And don't worry.
Almost prematurely stopped it. Sorry about that. Let's keep this thing rolling. Just wanted to say, this is absolutely gorgeous. That song was crazy, son. The ending, I was just like, I thought I was listening to like Kingdom Hearts or some like old Dreamcast music. Like it was so majestic, so magical, mystical. Oops. Yeah, definitely am gonna listen to that off stream, off recording for YouTube. But that's sick. That's a great second to last record. The final full song. That's the last. Oh, that's technically the last song. But there's like one more thing on there. What's the Escapist? Okay, I guess we'll see that what that is after. But that's a good way to end the project, I'll say. The final full song of Viva La Vida, Death and All of His Friends, and the other title track, Death and All His Friends, describes Martin's desire to break free from the various negative cycles that plague the human condition. The hidden track, Escapist, is attached to Death and All His Friends. Okay, word. I see. This. Oh, okay, this is the last word that we're going to do, but the Escapist is like a hidden record. Word. Okay, I see. Well, shoot. That being said, excellent album. The reason why I was confused is because Genius has one more record that's the hidden one, but we're just gonna react to the original. But excellent album. I actually really like this. I don't know. I have to sit and see which one I like more between this one and the other reaction we did, because they're both so good and like potent lyrics, real good production. Chris Martin's excellent at singing. I don't know, but I just know that I like that. Oh, the Escapist is the second half of the song. Oh, okay, great. So I didn't miss it then. Oh, that's the part that I was saying was like the magical part. Okay, great. Okay, I see. Because they did the same thing that confused me before, which is that they separated and made it as if they were two separate songs. So cool. Thank you for telling me that. So I didn't have to just find out in the YouTube comments and then have to keep telling multiple people. Oh yeah, I did realize that later. Appreciate you for actually being here. But no, that was such a great listen. Let me know what you guys think of this album. Let me know if you want me to react to any more Coldplay or any other bands, honestly, or any other genre of music. I'll get to it at some point. We just, we have a list, so we'll get to them eventually. We got all the time. Thanks for supporting the evolution. There's no evolution without y'all, so I genuinely appreciate y'all. Hope you guys have a good day or night. My little transition. And no matter what you do in this life, make sure that you
keep evolving.
Peace, y'all. Y'all better come to a stream one time, please. Okay, thanks. Peace, y'all.